TV newsrooms are constantly changing, and one of those changes is the subject of tonight's Top 5. Here's the ever unchanging Neal Jones.
Sports anchor Tom Martin is leaving us in pursuit of what he believes is a more suitable career path. So here are the top 5 things that'll happen now. Number 5, the TV world's version of a feeding frenzy. TV sports jobs are tough to get, especially in a great sports market like Kansas City, where you get to work with me. That means our boss will receive hundreds and hundreds of inquiries.
I got a voicemail today from somebody who said, hey, I want to break into local TV news, and I was thinking that the weekend sports job would be good for me.
He'll get videos from coast to coast.
They come from everywhere.
And if you consider Lenexa a coast, there are even more.
We get people all over the place.
Which brings us to number 4, whether to go local or national in your search. There are good people from all over, but there's a real benefit to hiring local. Down in Oklahoma, I work with a guy who was from California, and he never quite learned our local conference, which led to a bunch of scoreboards which featured the Kansas Wildcats and the Missouri Cornhuskers. I'm not making that up, it actually happened. But it's important to remember that being good is more important than being local. After all, I didn't grow up here, and look how great I turned out. Number 3, looks do matter. Whoever said age before beauty was not a news director. I'm not saying that Brad and Ellen wouldn't have their jobs if they weren't attractive, because they're both highly respected journalists. Did I read that right? Maybe with a little more feeling. Now, if I had my choice for Tom's replacement, I'd pick somebody younger and blonder than Danny to make her feel old.
Yeah, good luck on that, Neal.
Or I'd go with somebody old and gray to make me feel young.
Yeah, that's a great idea, right?
But I'm in no way suggesting that looks are more important than reporting skills. After all, this is sports. Number 2, it's not what you know. Now, resumes are important in medicine, law, and banking, not so much in sports. In this field, your resume tape is a lot more important than your resume. Some people start out with their best story, even if it's a 3.5-minute piece on their local junior college basketball team's manager. They never get hired. But others send a bunch of snippets of themselves looking great, sounding good, wearing great clothes. They're the ones who get the job. And that brings us to our number 1 item, the toughest way to get a job, the dreaded live audition.
That guy on sports, I can do a better job than him.
Good evening and welcome to the Locker Room Show. I'm David Harris.
How would you like to have to audition in front of a bunch of strangers?
I'm Katie, I don't know, it's fine.
Who probably want you to fail so their buddy can get the job.
On tonight's show, we'll take you up to St. Joe,
where the Chiefs are wrapping up training camp.
Plus, we'll have the latest on the Royals rematch with the New York Mets.
But we'll begin with quarterback Patrick Mahomes.
One guy came into the studio to audition, so I took him out for a few beers beforehand. Shockingly, he didn't anchor very well, and one of my favorite interns got the job. But the beers were free. Now, we're really going to miss Tom, and while we can replace his reporting and replace his photography, we'll never, ever be able to replace his hair. I'm Neal Jones, and that's this week's Top 5.